Blessings on tonight. This is Dr. K in the house for Dr. K Productions with the K. And I want you to please go subscribe to my YouTube and my Spotify podcast, Prophetic Lounge. And I'm in here on 10/16 at 1:07 a.m. to release a new spoken word and a prophetic poem. And so we'll start with the spoken word. It says, when divine timing speaks. What is divine timing? Because if we're honest, we've called a lot of things God's time that were really just our desires dressed in prophetic clothing. We heard the words, felt the chills, caught the confirmations, but the manifestation never came. And we stood there wondering if heaven forgot our address. Divine timing is not just about arrival. It's about alignment. It's when the word and the wind agree. When what God spoke starts to echo back through creation, and your spirit doesn't just hear it, it knows it. There's a peace that replaces striving, a stillness that says this time you don't have to force it. See, divine timing is not delayed. It's divine orchestration. It's when God arranges the details that flesh could not coordinate. It's when pruning meets his promise and your waiting season wasn't wasted. It was womb work. Because before you could birth it, you had to become it. Sometimes you thought it was time because the prophet said so, but God said, not yet. I am still teaching you to carry what I'm giving. Divine timing doesn't rush, it reveals. It waits until your obedience outweighs your emotion. It waits until your faith is forged in fire and your yes can't be shaken by storms. So no, divine timing isn't always announced by ease. Sometimes it's birthed out of warfare. Sometimes it's the moments after you hit bottom and realize the only direction left is up. But divine timing is never cruel. It's just complete. When God says now, everything that once resisted you will start to recognize you. Doors won't just open, they'll swing wide open. The winds will shift. The peace will settle. The pieces will finally fit. And you know without question, this is the Lord's doing. And it's marvelous in your eyes. So while you wait, trust. While you war, worship. While you don't see it, decree it. Because your faith and trust aren't just endurance. They're the catalyst that activates divine timing. They're the incense that rises into heaven, says, it's all ready. It's ready. It's here. When divine timing speaks, everything moves in sync. Not a minute early, not a moment late, just perfectly, beautifully, divinely on time. And that's when divine timing speaks. That's my spoken word. And I'm going to snap on that. And I'm going to go to one more. Momentum in process. Momentum is process. Process is momentum. The alchemy of becoming when momentum meets process. There is a rhythm in stillness, a motion in the waiting. For even when nothing seems to move, something unseen is shifting. Momentum is not speed, it is surrender. It is the silent agreement between heaven and earth that time will no longer be wasted because everything is working toward divine completion. Process is not punishment. It is formation. It is the potter's wheel spinning slow and deliberate, pressing hands, molding purpose into your clay. You thought you were delayed, but you were being detailed. You thought you were denied, but you were being defined. Momentum is the whisper in your wilderness that says, keep going, even when you feel stuck. It is not the rush. It is the revelation. For in each test, in each tear, in each trial, Heaven was training your endurance for the terrain of your call. Process is the sacred surgery that cuts away illusion and reveals the image of God within. It breaks cycles by confronting mirrors, showing you what needed healing, not what needed hiding. You called it warfare, but heaven called it refinement. Momentum is not in your footsteps. It's in your becoming. It's not about acceleration. It's about alignment. When your spirit learns the tempo of obedience, you begin to move at a speed of revelation. You no longer chase what's yours. You attracted by wholeness. Process says, die to who you were. Momentum replies, rise as who you are becoming. And between the two, there is a holy exchange, ashes for beauty, delay for destiny, testing for testimony. There are rams within you that only open under pressure, dimensions that reveal themselves in surrender. When your natural eyes see stagnation, your spiritual eyes see construction. Heaven is scuffling your destiny, one process at a time. So when you feel paused, you're not halted, you are held. When you feel slow, you are not behind. You are being synchronized with divine timing. Momentum is process. Process is momentum. It is the breath between breakthrough and becoming, the sacred current of transformation. And when you emerge, you will not move as you once did. You will move as the wind, unseen, undeniable, and unstoppable. And that is process is momentum. Momentum is process, the alchemy of becoming when momentum meets process. And you know, the Holy Spirit wanted me to read the spoken word first, and then the momentum is process, process is momentum, and they actually fit together. So I pray that somebody got some revelation out of this, some fire, transformation and what they need to continue to move forth in trust and faith and belief and hope, and knowing that what God has for you, nothing or no one can stop. No devil in hell, no person that he uses, no foul demonic spirits, nobody around you, nothing. And so again, this is Dr. K with Dr. K Productions with the K. Subscribe to my YouTube and Spotify page, The Prophetic Lounge. It's about to get fiery in there. I love you guys. You are blessed and you stay encouraged. I'm signing out.